So I went back to TAFE again to do the certificate above that I'd done. Then I met this guy called Harry. I won't say his last name just in case any shit goes all weird. But anyway, I met a few of these guys, and one guy was called Harry, and he ended up he was working in the nightclub industry at the Star Casino.
Yeah.
At Marquee. Have you heard of Marquee nightclub?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Everyone
right.
has.
Yeah, well, there you go. See?
Yeah.
So I worked at, I got told, do you want to come in and work at Marquee nightclub? And I was like, this time, by the way, as you saw in the video, I was a bit shy and couldn't really talk to a girl at the point and had no confidence. I'd also had my confidence beaten a few times by the scam artist, me getting pushed out of afters essentially. And then I was left nowhere to go type of thing. And so after that, I went to Marquee nightclub and got a promotion job. And then how my brain works is I like to, be good at something. So I was like, I've got to be repetition, and the name of the game as a promoter when you're young is to just make cash, to do fuck all, right? That's it's living the dream. My mum at the time thought I was dealing drugs. So what I would do at the casino, I'd worked out a full mathematical landscape in my head, right? So I got a bit of autism, so I could actually calculate how many people were in the line and who were mine because of via name on my head count. But to make a certain amount of cash to get back on the car racing route, because at this point I'd quit kart racing and car racing, I had to make at least 15 grand. So at one point I was making $4,000 a weekend and they were getting so shitty. And I remember telling my girlfriend this the other night.
$4,000 a week?
Yeah, $4,000 a week. And that's why my mum thought I was dealing coke or marijuana or something.
That's fucking wild.
Oh, it was mad, man. I was cashed up. And also at the time I was working double jobs. So I was actually working as a chauffeur at a hotel just down the road in the city. So I was making double the amount. I was making at least maybe $5,000 a week.
Yeah.
Just from hustling. At that point, I didn't really have a thing to.
What's the life of a nightclub promoter like?
It's pretty.
You'd see some fucking shit.
Oh
right?
yeah, to be honest, it's pretty fucking dodgy. You're out there to make money for the club. They don't care about the promoter.
Yeah.
The nightclub doesn't give a shit about you. They'll just kick you out when you're done.
Yeah.
Or if you haven't got enough clout behind you at the time.
Right.
It was all done by Facebook back then, and Instagram wasn't really a thing.
So you were just pushing on Facebook, come to this club, use my code, use my code.
What I would do is I would intercept, literally in football how you intercept the ball, right? I would intercept house parties. So what I would do is I'd type in house parties in search bar in Facebook and see which was around me. And I'd be like, oh, hey, after the house party, do you want to go to the nightclub? Or do you want to get something? And most of those guests were like, oh, hell yeah. And I'd be like, yeah, and I'll get you a table and all this type of shit, and you can all hang out together. And there was 2 different rooms. I forgot at the time, but there was the VIP room and the general. Yeah. There was the R&B type of thing. Mm-hmm. And so what I'd do is I'd intercept them, and I'd constantly I feel sorry for the people that I used to bombard back then, but I was like, please come to the club because I want to make I got addicted to this $4,000 bullshit. In my head, I was like, if I can make $4,000 a weekend and do fuck all during the week, I'm just going to do this for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. And at the time I was like, this is great and all this type of thing. And yeah, it was cool. As I said before, as I was going to say before, I was going downstairs, and at the time, if I couldn't get anyone from those Facebook groups, I would actually go to the, where the slotting machines are. And I'd say, hey, I've got a deal for you guys. I know you love your slot machines. Literally those people will shit and piss in those same seats, right?
I was going to say that is a tough crowd to sell.
Yeah. So what I would do is I'd be like, all I need you to do is just go up there, and just walk back down. Because it's the casino. They didn't know. Well, they did, because that's how I fucking got kicked out.
Right.
There are fucking cameras everywhere, you dumbass.
So
Smart ass 21-year-old thinks he's going to get away with fucking getting people from cash machines to go.
So you just got them to walk in, walk out.
Yeah.
And essentially you just take the commission on that.
Yeah, that would be the head count.
Right.
Because that's when I would be desperate. I was like, I'll just sell myself to anyone in the casino and just be like, walk in, walk out.
Yeah.
Anyway, the casino eventually brings you in and is like, Dan, dude, you're piling in all these customers. Where are they coming from?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I'm just, going on Facebook and all this shit. And then they're like, dude, you're fucking, getting people from other areas and that's not allowed. because it's a separate business, right? Like, hey,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like, it's
You're
a
fucking the casino over by doing that.
yeah, you're fucking their customers over. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is bad.
Yeah.
I still managed to hang on to the job. And at the time, I'm still a massive NRL fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I was mates with a guy called Ethan Hughes at school. Now, Ethan his dad was Graham Hughes, and he's a football legend for the Bulldogs. And his family's a part of the whole thing. And I was like, dude, we used to hang out at school together. Do you want to hang out? And he was like, oh, and he was amazed by my social status on Facebook. Like, you're a nightclub promoter, and he wanted to get in on it. And so after that, I just let him into my scene. And eventually what he'd done is he'd just created this circumstance to actually take over my position, because I was getting over it at the time because it was just burning me out, to, just boot me, and that was it. That was pretty much the end of my nightclub days.
I think,
If you haven't already, please smash the subscribe button. And you might also want to check out this video right here. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.